Are you this visionary woman who chasing that outside success and experiencing a deep inside void, lots of emptiness? Do you desire to experience more of the inner peace and fulfillment in a more authentic ways to lead yourself and others? I'm Wioleta Kapusta, founder of Awaken Woman community, and I call my community on Facebook and Instagram Awaken Woman Club. I've been divinely called to to experience more of that spiritual harmony, to be able to share that with the others. So I will share some details of my personal journey to to somehow inspire you that there is a possibility for you exist, to stop chasing that outer success and start feeling that deep inner peace, fulfillment, and coming from more of the spiritual harmony, where you can be of that true service to yourself and others. And how that started, it started with the shift. Started when so much inner turmoil was present that I choose to brave overcome my fears of staying in the same place, even though my mind was telling me I should be happy, I should be grateful, because outside, even though it was busy, however, it felt like things coming together. I'm bringing financial resources, I'm building my business, I'm helping multiple clients at the same time. And a lot of even tiny details became a struggle, and were just keep redirecting me to check more within, to open myself with my mind, my heart, my body to a new experience, and overcoming that fear and creating that shift. I was creating some more ease for that opening, sitting down and relaxing, and giving myself some space. And all of a sudden, I stood up and went to my living room, and with determination I called for God support, because I didn't know what is exactly going on, and that was beyond my understanding, and beyond attempt to control anymore, and beyond my power. So I ask divine power for support in that outside, that inside turmoil. And I ask, like, okay, if we playing together, I need some clear signs. And God knew my essence of want me to experience more peace, but also that my essence is more kind of playful and joyful, where I felt like, oh, he really has the great sense of humor. When in a few days I received my answer, when I was bumping to my first spiritual guide in the live event, and it was kind of stressful, but also kind of in a sense funny that was happening, just to caught the attention. And both of us, this lady that outside felt like a regular human being, and we were just keep bumping to each other to get each other attention, to open ourselves to actually connection and having a conversation, and more just the bump and excuse that was happening. It was kind of in a funny way, because it was so close in the face, and it didn't happen once, it happened twice. That's why it feels like a funny situation to experience that, somehow I felt like, yes, that was my answers. That was my clear sign that I demanded from God. When we're playing together, He will show me that sign. And it wasn't without conceptualizing and analyzing the decision. However, I was surprising myself when a lot of was that desire, deep desire of experience inner peace. And big part of my decision was the first interaction and connection, scheduled connection that we had together during that live event in the hallway was actually what I felt was feeling a lot of peace around, radiating peace around this lady, even though I still experience a lot of inner turmoil. So I that was another indication that to put more trust. That's where I being kind of guided, even though my mind were getting in a way of conceptualizing, because it was significant investment, money investment, and also a new adventure, unplanned adventure, because it was starting right after that live event with a beautiful women retreat in a beautiful cabin in the mountains of California called Big Bear Lake. So that's where the journey kind of started, and then the promise of continued support from my spiritual guide on individual basis, as well as the small group environment. And what was happening, yes, I not always were so open, and still my mind, even when I say yes, and I felt proud of myself for that, but there were some questioning during the process, even though it was such a beautiful blessing that I experienced with that, when all that unprocessed emotions had a way of being processed, and through the conversations, very creating that safe space, as well as through energetic boosts to actually feel more of that cohesion between my mind, my heart, my body, and my spirit, where I felt more of that spiritual harmony, so I can bring more of that harmony to others as well. And that's a beautiful journey, that beginning of exploration that opened my mind to experience more, even though the questioning was also part of my upbringing, being a Roman Catholic, and going to the masses, Sunday masses, as out of obligation, and also fear of that I will fall out of grace of God if I stop going to the church for Sunday mass. So I was just that type of Catholic that you possibly hearing from a lot of people. I felt that kind of my spirituality gets to honor and go pray to the church and hearing the word of God, even though repeating that every year, hearing those stories before, it was not always in a very present. It wasn't very present experience for me, because my mind was wandering, and it was hard to bring more of that presence in that sacred place, and I didn't know how to kind of go about it. And with that spiritual journey, I also sometimes felt like, okay, maybe there is some kind of heresy. Maybe I will be punished for allowing for that experience to unfold. Do I need to drop? Do I need to go to confession to look for permission or forgiveness of my sins, of allowing myself to experience more of that deeper spirituality? What was easing my mind and opening my heart and body, I was told that what this lady is doing, even though she was also in the faith, and wasn't very practicing, but she said she was brought as a Roman Catholic, and also she experienced a lot of turmoil in her relations, and decided to be of service to other women, to keep up leveling uh, her spiritual harmony, to bring more of that harmony to others. So that's what start creating more of that ease, with her sharing that what she start mastering more and practicing more is around Christ conscious, as well as what else, the unity and oneness. And my mind and body and heart, with what I will start experiencing in a short, very, very deep transformative, when I felt much better, and experiencing more of that inner peace. However, I also start feeling at different realities, and experiencing different realities outside of me, with deeper connections with my loved ones, with deeper connections in my business, in with the clients. So I knew that it was working, and I better ask for forgiveness than permission, to keep moving with it. It led me even deeper, with that deeper spiritual creation of that harmony and inner peace. I created that. I created an even more present experience when and practice of my faith, religious faith, of continue a journey of being a Roman Catholic. When I can be more present, that experience became more sacred, that I can create even meditative space, by kneeling and praying and opening myself to that presence, and presence of myself, and presence of Jesus Christ, that coming with some messages, and we can somehow communicate. And it's also a big thing for me to share about those things. However, I'm willing to take a chance and share how deeply that spiritual harmony can transform your experience from really that fulfilling inner peace and that spiritual harmony, when you start recognizing what are the emotions about, that they are energy in motion, and spiritual harmony and spirituality itself is the more of the mastery of the energy. It's far beyond that goes. However, for you to start getting your mind on board and opening your mind and heart and body more, that it's more than um, than you that can be of transformative journey, because we are spiritual human being, and it's not denied even in religion. It's more in a controlled environment of that superiority of God over his people, and it can be really distressful. And we so used to of being raised in the religious upbringing. We also kind of used to with our parents guiding us through that feeling like superiority, because they are guides. And we get to kind of keep transforming, that it's more to it, to create deeper awareness, and that there's more to it between parents and children relations, our relations with God, our relation with ourselves, our spirit. It gets to be transformed more, and creating more of that harmony. And also there is a lot of spiritual teachers that keep bringing, and I'm happy to see that more becoming more authentic, because they also, yes, they end up in spirituality because of some inner turmoil, because they wanted to learn more about their emotions and energies, and somehow turn turn away for even potentially from religion, and felt like they are gods, and they have that superiority, and they actually losing that harmony. Spiritual harmony, when they feel that they better than other people. It's not what it's all about, because you might be in more advance and you feel like you have authority. It doesn't mean that you don't get to come with more compassion. And I'm grateful that my first spiritual guide were very humble, uh, and harmonious human being, and I'm forever grateful for that experience. And I was actually spoiled, even though I choose to be open to other experiences, of spiritual experience and other teachers. They were more kind of in more of that kind of controlling way, and it took me some time to realize that that I get to somehow move on and find more of who I am, and to keep connecting deeper within, to have deeper connections with my spirit, to create more of that harmony through some practices, simple energetic practices, tuning to some from more advanced teachers, to create more of that cohesion between my mind, my body, my heart, and my spirit, where I can be coming in more of from that wholeness, spiritual harmony, and sharing that with the others, and creating a beautiful legacy, and living that legacy, and role modeling for other, especially visionary women like yourself, to create more of that unity in a community where we can be actually coming together. There's so much of that competition and disconnect that is happening in this world. This is another opportunity for us, and I'm here to open your mind and guide you home to yourself, to connect with yourself, so you can experience more of that connection with your spirit, with divine universe, however you want to call it. I'm not here to judge you where your beliefs are. It's to open you to the possibility to transform and create a deeper awareness, and open your conscious to expand, to see things from more of the more harmonious state of that total harmony between the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, where you really feel that homey feeling, where you experience more of that inner peace and can share with the others. And yes, it requires support and practice together in really authentic co-creation, and not competition and disconnect, just chasing the mighty dollars. But coming with more of that authenticity, to create more of that collaboration, co-creation in the community, where we making a difference for each other, we supporting each other, we sharing our wisdom with each other, our skills and talents and gifts, and co-creating and having fun in the process, and practicing more of that standing in our power and using our voice. And that power source is, yes, experience when you in more of that total harmony, where you experience more of that through power, and you can start using your voice. So that's the message, where you can really experience more of that love, joy, peace, light, and compassion, and serve that with the others, and living that legacy together. So without further ado, that's the message for today, and for to to open your mind, heart, and body, and talk to your spirit, to get on board with that. And when you feel that calling, in that enough is enough of that outside success, and you wanted to experience more of that inner harmony and redefine your success, that you can bring that with the harmony, where you can start that success is to live your true legacy and not just attempting to leave one behind. So feel free to reach out. You can put in a comment section connect. You can also put notification to see when I will be coming live again, and also subscribe to the channels and share the message with others when you feel that might be of service to it. It's that corner of inspiration, empowerment, and co-creation in a smaller and more intimate settings, because it's needed. The visionary women get to start coming more together and co-create, instead of just being alone and attempting to get everything on their shoulders, and attempting to control everything and pushing through to achieve some success. We possibly start noticing. I start at some point noticing when I was start being called to divine calling, even though it felt like, yes, I get to kind of get to experience that myself before I would be ready to be of service to others, like I mentioned about my spiritual experience. And I started discovering that that journey was for that purpose, to get me ready for creating my true legacy, to step more into my divine calling, to be of service to other visionary mid-aged women in that true co-creation. So it's an ongoing journey, and I'm happy where it's leading me and how it's evolving, and would love to connect with you, to explore the possibility how we can expand our presence. So feel free to put in a comment connect. I also share some links to my page, community on Facebook and Instagram, I believe. You can also find the links how to schedule some time together, or send me the direct message through Instagram, or join the Facebook group community, private community, where I'm also coming live on Thursdays and sharing some inspiration and empowerment, as well as other posts. My website, I also have a bunch of blogs that I start getting practicing the weekly channel message that I'm sharing in the live broadcast, but also in the written form, where I'm channeling the messages of what is important. And I start surprising myself sometimes even more, where some messages that I'm receiving even in advance are very timely, to explore around them and articulate to the best of my ability, and allowing for my spirit to move through and guide me of how in that true connection within and with the spirit, how to share that message that it's lending for the visionary woman. So anyhow, sending much love, joy, peace, light, and compassion, and see you around. Take care.